God, I love the days where Shoe0nHead uploads because me, everybody's favorite VTuber, will react. The male protector fantasy, is it incel to want to be a father? Now, as a man who I will have a child in the next year and a half, I know I will. I will have a child and then I will shit on everybody else for not having a fucking kid because they're losers. They're content creators who are millionaires who surround themselves with plushies and bullshit and collabs rather than focusing on what's important in this life, and that is having a kid. And I will be the greatest child. Let me reverse that. I will be the greatest father to my child of all time. I will one day retire from this career to take care of my child. I will homeschool them. I will protect them from the evils of this earth. And I will raise them in my likeness, and they will be the greatest goddamn human being on this earth. The most important job in the world is being a good parent. I will, don't make me adopt. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Your eggs are drying up.
It's true.
If you're a woman online, you have probably heard that many times. Perhaps.
Yeah, and it's true. If you are 35 and you haven't had children, you need to understand that you are only left with the low quality eggs, and your children will most likely get a birth defect because you waited way too fucking long because you were too busy playing video games and being a retard. And that's the truth.
Perhaps this image haunts you at night. It is a true fact that women's fertility begins to decline at age 30, and they suddenly wake up and get what we call baby fever. But what about the men? Do their sperms rot? Do their balls shrivel up into little raisins and die? Do they wake up?
Sperm quality also drops off at 35. My balls are begging to make a baby.
One day and get baby fever?
Wait a minute. How old is Asmongold? Oh no. Oh my God. Asmongold, if you are watching this, please freeze your semen while you can. Asmon, I'm not kidding with you. For the love of God, freeze your semen or you are gonna regret it. And please stop dating women who have OnlyFans, Asmon. For the love of God. Wait, how old is Hassan? Buddy! Buddy boy, hey, you got 2 months left, buddy boy. Wait, Hassan is on TRT, and he's on finasteride, and he's turning 35. He has lost the ability to have children, and that's why he lashes out at everybody else who's talking about having them. It's real. That's why he's so mad.
Women do? I've briefly joked about this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine from a video I did a few months ago actually went viral recently thanks to the VTuber Smugalana.
Ah, yes, the male biological clock.
Yep.
It's not physical, but spiritual.
Yep.
Men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock.
Yes, they do.
It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning.
Bro, I have a dream of getting macaroni art from my kid like at least once a week. Bro, if I ever get macaroni art and it says world's best dad, I think I'm gonna cry like a little bitch.
You're not going to be able to get it out of your head.
Oh my God.
And the comments were full of men discussing their dreams to start a family. There is not much discussion about men's desire to have children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly. That was until a certain video game came out.
Yes, sir!
What are you?
I am DI03367.
I would, 6'7". I would like, oh Jesus, I'm 32 by the way. I would like to remind you that I was talking about wanting to have kids far before this game was released, but my God, this game drove me crazy.
A state-of-the-art Pragmata created here at the Cradle.
I'm at the final boss fight right now. I'm gonna beat this game after today's stream.
I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Pragmata is a sci-fi action game where you play as astronaut
It's
Hugh
so
Williams, who is sent to investigate an abandoned moon base.
good.
He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station. Along the way, they uncover what went wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
But it seems to have awakened something
So
deep
cute.
within gamers, especially male gamers.
It wasn't the high five part. It was the part where she brings you the drawing of you and her. so fucking cute. When she makes you the AI slop, so cute.
The urge to get married and have kids. I'm not planning on getting married and having kids, but damn, this game is like fatherhood calling to me. Is this
Yep.
how women feel about their biological clocks?
Yep.
This game makes me want a daughter. What is this feeling inside me?
I don't give a fuck whether I have a son or a daughter. I don't care.
It can't be. It's like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a dad. They won me over. The white baby makes me feel paternal. I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging.
Oh, they are not. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. But man, there was a part of that game where I got so f***ing mad.
Out the innate dad instinct. I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying
Good
it. This is a
God.
game for incels.
Just shut the fuck up.
Babe, wake up! It's time for your yearly gamer culture war slop! It's 2014 forever, man. We are never going to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock, after we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata, and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start a family, has turned into yet another culture war. Yet another gender war. The gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture. Do men like curvy or thin women? Do women like dad bods or fit men?
You know what I like women? I like women that won't accuse me of rape. That's peak. I believe more men's types are ones that aren't gonna falsely accuse me. Clavicular, Rich Campbell, it's everywhere, bro. False accusation and assassination culture is mainstream, baby.
Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah.
Or better yet, someone who's normal and is nice to me.
That reminds me. Before we get deeper into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
Yes!
For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to Henson
Amazing. I'm gonna do hensonshaving.com/shoe right now. Amazing.
for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
You're welcome.
Right?
I didn't
Now,
skip it.
let's get back to the
Hey, I made sure to plug your URL. Just take that shit, okay? That's a W.
video. Throughout history, there have been countless stories centered around a very specific dynamic. The adult protector and a child. You see it everywhere. In video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, God of War, Detroit Become Human.
Fucking incredible game. Everyone needs to play Detroit Become Human.
BioShock, Life is Strange, also movies like Logan, True Grit, in a way, Monsters Inc., shows like The Mandalorian, literature has done it forever with The Road, Les Miserables, and many, many others. It shows up time and time again because it taps into something deeply human. The instinct to protect, to guide, to teach, to nurture something more vulnerable than yourself. It is a beautiful and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel game. If you buy this game, I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile. I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design child characters for an audience of majority male gamers. Like, let's stop with the defenseless girl the big strong man has to protect. This reeks of sexism and control.
It's actually the exact opposite. And if they played the fucking game, they would realize that Hugh is fucked without Diana. They're hating, lying, hoping that they're right. And if anybody were to play this game for 5 minutes, they would realize that argument is completely falls apart.
Hate these father simulator games. They always give me the creeps.
There we go.
This is low Kirkenuanly fascist propaganda and gives me pedo vibes. Wouldn't it be cool if I sneezed right now? Fascist propaganda. If this is fascist propaganda, slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women really look at a wholesome game involving a child and wait, what the f is low Kirkenuanly? After hearing about toxic masculinity for the past like 15 years now, finally a topic comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity, and what is the response? I think the funniest thing about the Pragmata controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one. It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers. Why are people thinking this is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans. They sexualize everything. You are not very smart. A lot of loser males who often turn to gaming are pedos. It is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing with chat, as well as complementing their own pure attorneyness. Stall development. What? Y'all are full of shit talking about dad instincts.
I'm glad she left the trans flag out of the censor because, man, that is so big. You see a trans flag in their username or their bio, you know peak retardation is about to follow through.
Whatever. We know why the f you want to play the game. You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut. What? This character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll? Why is this blonde child with a blowout running around barefoot? I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot? Or is this just eye candy for
It's literally a AI robot child.
creeps? I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks like a cute kid to me. Like, that is just literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not see what the f these people are talking about. Are there creepy people on the internet who are
I'll be real, I don't even think Diana's cute. I think she looks weird as shit. I'm being honest. Like, her face is like Uncanny Valley, I think that's what it's called. Something about it, it's weird. You know, it's weird. But that's why I put her in the skin where she wears a ninja outfit and a face mask, and that is fine, right? Because I'm like, oh, I'm just protecting a little kid.
sexualizing Diana? Yes, absolutely yes. It is a small minority, but it is still disgusting. In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art of this child, which
Weird.
honestly is not shocking. It's
Weird.
Reddit. That's not the game's
True.
fault. The game has nothing creepy in it. These creepy people will always exist.
Zero sexual tension, zero weird camera angles. It is pure wholesomeness of a dad and his daughter. That's it.
Unfortunately, I have made several videos about these people existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely understandable. It would make sense if they were going to the accounts that were doing that and calling them creeps, but no, they're for some reason just getting mad at people liking and enjoying the game. They're just spurting out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels. Why did they make her look like a porn star though? Why is the child sexy? Are you
What?
okay? These Twitter freaks see a child, immediately sexualize them, and think
What
everyone
the
else is as creepy as they
fuck?
are. Like, no, bitch, that's you. And Reddit. You and Reddit. There is nothing in this video game that caters to the freaks
Jesus.
except for the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to, like, Cuties, where there were up-closes of real children twerking. That is media. That is
I don't know how they ever posted this online. What a disgusting fucking idea.
catering to those people. An article recently came out from the outlet The
Weird
Gamer
as
that in the
shit.
beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay, fair enough, I agree. But then towards the end, the author throws in something very telling. I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because I'm a little tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
It's literally Diana protecting Hugh. Hugh would be fucked if Diana was not there. You literally cannot beat these monsters without Hugh. Without Diana. It's not possible.
That is their real problem. Men protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all know, masculinity bad.
Blatantly not fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction trope on a little girl, blonde, blue eyes.
I mean, the whole game is low-key Nazi propaganda, to be fair. I think the men who play this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda? Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras looking white girl you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s, dude.
I'm glad I don't use Reddit.
Sorry, I don't see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain.
It's like people say, oh, they're deporting Americans. Okay, tell me an American they've deported. Well, I don't know, use the internet. Okay, well then don't present an argument that you're not ready to defend.
Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my schizophrenic paranoid delusion. Good.
Yes.
I don't have the energy to listen to it. Listen,
Yeah.
I know we're all used to seeing gay, black, Hispanic, disabled furries in media lately, but I promise you, white people still exist. It's not Nazi propaganda. I feel like this girl character is an objectification of the idealized child.
What?
She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white generation. Anyway, funny how y'all have paternal instincts for a child with a model woman's face plastered on it. Make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short hair, bare face, snot, and see if those instincts kick in the same. This game is openly catering to pedos. The gaslighting is over. Wait, I'm trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage.
Yep.
So we make her look more like a child in order to not cater to pedophiles? Am I following that correctly? Also, the face on the left is like a child 6 to 7 years old, and the one on the right
Yep.
is like a 3-year-old. Diana's
Yep.
a robot kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also,
Yep.
again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane? Like, that looks just like a little kid.
Yep.
Do they just want her to look ugly? Is that what this is? They want her to be ugly? Like,
Yes, they want her to be ugly just like them.
I need more brain damage. Hold on.
We had incel gamers LARPing saying, ooh, I want to be a dad now, because they're manipulative, creepy freaks and like the ooh little girl with a model face, especially the lolicons, obviously. The devs know the male gamers hate a realistic or ugly child, because that's not what they're playing for. If they made her look like a realistic, ugly child, none of them would be saying this.
First of all, why are they acting like it's realistic to—
It's not true. Because you want to know the game that actually made me want to be a dad? God of War 2018, baby. Yes, sir. Atreus's annoying, unlikable, bitch-made ass. That kid made me want to be a dad. Because I was like, damn, having a son that's just a fucking idiot and being there to mentor him, hey, that's the dream, baby. Boy, such a obnoxious little shit. And then he starts dating a black chick. Oh my God, he's gonna taint my bloodline. He's gonna race mix. Oh, I gotta save his ass.
to portray children as ugly and disgusting. Children are not ugly and disgusting. Like, they're cute and adorable. That's what they're known for. Like, yes, she's made to look cute. Yes. That's how you know this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was no Liliths on the dev team here.
You guys would lose your shit while playing BioShock. Actually, BioShock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin.
No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like 2014 discourse, because it is 2014 discourse. Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's going to be the Shoe0nHead 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0? If she's listening now, this might sound very vague, but don't. That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hugh, thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this?
This part fucked me up so bad. It's so cute. Oh my God, Diana is the best.
Supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it. It's for you.
Oh my
Look at
God,
that.
bro, my fridge is gonna be loaded up with drawings, man.
You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, did it?
This robot girl makes me uncomfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers fawn over her is interesting. I've seen more clips of her and that man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here.
The something weird going on here is you, ma'am. You are the something weird. Men like the Father Simulator game where you have to protect a small child and shoot up a bunch of robots in space? Suspicious! Also, I have seen plenty of female gamers fawn over this character.
Yep.
Me. Yeah. Okay. Everything's blah blah cubes.
Who would win? Decades of anti-natalist propaganda? One little bean. There were even women cosplaying as her. And when women even expressed how
I didn't like when people cosplayed her. It made me mad. It made me mad because I knew people were gonna be weird about it. That's just me though.
cute they thought Diana was, they're also met with this.
Oh my God, Diana is so precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game.
Yep.
Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia.
What the fuck?
Water guns are the best. I like it just as much as crayons. I like how the sand feels on my toes. I press down and sink in. Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishizes fatherhood wants children to behave. To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting.
The best part was all the actual
What?
parents, like, replying to these people like, yeah, no, that is literally how my 5-year-old acts. It's like, yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. Fetishizing you mean the human desire to procreate and start a family? Oh, you want—
I have a breeding fetish. Yeah, I know, bro. Fresh out the factory. That's default settings, bro. Everybody should have a deep desire to breed. That's how we as a species survive, man.
to meet a woman and settle down and have a family, maybe have a house, 2 dogs. You sick fuck.
We've reached radioactive levels of incel propaganda.
What the f does incel mean anymore? I feel like I ask
It
this
means
in every
nothing.
single video. This tweet got
It means
thousands of likes.
nothing.
I feel like I am going and say, where does the incel part come from? Like, they
Yeah.
want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open about their emotions, and then they're just called Nazis or incels or both.
Yep.
Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man, to make things worse. A grown-ass man saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel.
The reality is that the overwhelming majority of men are simps. Women don't have rights unless men give them to them. It's the same thing with OnlyFans whores. They don't have a career unless simps give them to them. So if you're ever shocked that these statements are coming from a man, you need to understand that the only reason why women got out of control is because we as men let them. Strong men are very rare these days.
Cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this? Capcom
I'm gonna fucking vomit, bro. I thought I was safe from Hassan.
Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this is because
Hassan, you're a 35-year-old man and you have no high-quality sperm left. You will die a childless chud.
become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care?
Hassan will die a childless, maidenless, miserable chud.
Having children or like riding for having children, like it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this. Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? You never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hassan.
Oh, God! Yep. And there it is. Hassan goes to Germany and pays money to have sex with a kid. Allegedly. Insane. Insane. You know what's crazy? We do know that he paid for sex, but the reality is there's a non-0% chance that who he had sex with was a minor. That's what's crazy. That's a non-zero chance. That's real shit, by the way. There was at least one confirmed minor working at that brothel. Insane.
Weird about a man who could easily consensually get sex from a woman but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35? No kids? Like, I'm sorry.
Ooh, 35, no kids. Shit.
That just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like, literally, no joke, the entire meaning
Shoe0nHead just finished on Hassan.
of life is somehow confusing to Hassan Piker, anti-natalist. If I saw a child that looked like that, I'd probably attack it. I felt like hitting her.
Did you see that? Transgender flag in bio. It's always there.
Probably attack it. I felt like hitting her. The right-wing nutjobs seeing this and feeling paternal instincts are just predators. The only instinct I feel as a man right now is self-defense. I want to kill it. Yes, the ones saying they want to protect a kid are the predators, not the ones saying they want to kill it. The only thing I felt while watching this is pure bloodlust for that annoying creature. I hate children so much. Before you come at me, yes, I'm a 35-year-old crazy cat lady and proud of it. Stay mad. First of all, every time—
We don't have to get mad at you. We just laugh at your existence, bro. Have fun taking care of cats the rest of your fucking life. Holy loser.
you see a little smiley face like that, that's how you know that person is madder than they've ever been in their entire life. Listen, obviously if you simply don't want kids, that's fine. Like, whatever. Not everyone wants kids. Not everyone wants to be a parent. But the societal attitude, the difference between men and women here, how they handle this situation is so, like, fascinating to me.
I'm probably never having kids. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably gonna keep making money. That's probably what's gonna happen for the next 40 years until people are just gonna keep being mad at me about it. Menopause is gonna hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be getting the bag until then. You don't want—
Yeah, I'll be getting the bag. You know what the point of getting money is? To be able to raise a family. What do you need all of that money for? To buy more stuffed animals? What do you need it for? This is Hassan's girlfriend, by the way.
kids. I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think I'm running out of time.
Absolute delusion. I feel like a lot of men in this situation are like, damn, I wish I had—
Hold up. How old is Valkyrie? Oh, guys, try not to laugh. Damn, bruh. Damn. You are 1 year away from having no high quality eggs. God damn!
A family, that sucks. Women overcompensate and they pretend to be proud of it, and it just comes off as really kind of sad. And I guess it's like, as a woman for a long time, it's like, oh, you're too young to have kids. Don't have kids. It will ruin your life and your body and your career. Don't have children. And then all of a sudden you hit a certain age and it's like, your eggs, ma'am.
Yep.
I get it. It's frustrating. I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you guessed, because I was fat as f. But anyway, I hid it from the internet, and while I was like 5 months pregnant, I was getting tweets from like groypers and like, TikTok, your eggs are drying up. This like, you haters, I got my cats.
There it is.
Enough. Stop spreading that attitude. Stop being a crab in a bucket. Like, even if you don't have children, that's fine. You can find other meaning in your life, obviously. But don't encourage that type of mindset. The amount of anti-natalist propaganda young men and young women see nowadays is like insane. But the biggest anti-natalist propaganda has to be like $3,000 rent, $2,000 daycare.
Dude, Sophia, like 2 weeks ago, saw some videos that were so anti-natalist, she like started breaking down and crying because she was so horrified of what these videos are telling young women. It's horrifying. It's horrifying how they will convince young women that their entire life is over the moment they have a child, when in reality, that's when life begins. That's when phase 2 starts, and it's arguably the best phase. It's awful what they tell young women. It's awful.
And student debt, honestly, like, if we're being honest. It's just sad because, like, through all of history, like, imagine your ancestors, they've been through, like, war and famine, and you're just gonna end your bloodline because the rent is too high. But it's understandable. They don't feel like they can support a child. They can barely support themselves, especially on one income. Like, how—
That's completely fair. Like, if you feel like you can't have a kid because of money, absolutely. But also, kids are a lot cheaper than you think. Like, for real. Like, they're telling you that you need, like, $2 million to raise a kid. No, you fucking don't. You can easily, there's so many ways to take care of a kid for so much cheaper than that. And not to mention, like, homeschooling is now as easy as it's ever been. Like, if they're a preschooler, you only need 30 minutes of school a day to skip preschool. And to skip kindergarten through 5th grade, you only need an hour and a half of teaching a day. And then for middle school, it's only 2.5 to 3 hours a day. And then high school's 4 hours a day, right? Like, it's very easy to get an education where your kids aren't brainwashed and just, you know, stop wasting fucking money.
it used to be. Those days are gone. You know.
And Trump will also give you money to have a kid as long as it's between 2024 and 2028. So now is honestly the best time to have kids. Look into it.
If I was president and I wanted to make America great again, that would be the thing I focus on the most. But no, we have to do another bullshit war in the Middle East. Okay, whatever. We're not going into that, not in this video. Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. What?
Jesus.
Okay, first of all, even from like anecdotal common sense, this is just not true. This is obviously bullshit. Research literally shows that childless men experience like the desire for fatherhood almost just as much as childless women experience the desire for motherhood. Apparently young men want children more than young women do nowadays. Many men, including childless men, exhibit caregiving, protective responses to infants, even if they're not their own. All through history, men have protected, mentored, even died for kids that weren't their own. Also, with this logic, like uncles, stepdads, adoptive fathers, like anyone like that is a predator. Like men just have the protector gene, and this game just activates it. It's really not deeper than that. Yes, it's true,
Men are the hunters, they are the gatherers, they are the providers, the women are the nurturers. It's in our fucking DNA. Everybody has this.
Don't have maternal instincts, but men do have paternal instincts. There's a reason this game is about protecting her from evil robots in space and not like, breastfeeding her. Yes, women and men are different. And a huge factor in this very popular trope is that the man gradually develops paternal instincts over the child despite his stoic, emotionally distant, masculine nature. These gamers are experiencing that through the main character. If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like to have a daughter? She's so cute. And for the record, yes, that is what having kids is like. It's also not so fun stuff and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the bad and make it all worth it. There were hundreds of tweets from people, mostly childless people, mind you, being like, that's not what having a child is like, actually, you stupid gamer. It's actually terrible and awful. Men like this view having a daughter like having a pet dog. When she grows up and isn't a cute little girl anymore, they'll begin to resent her. Men really do want kids the way kids want a puppy. All the fun, but none of the responsibilities. I don't like the way you guys talk about children. Like, they aren't toys. People will lose their minds when they realize that kids aren't like a dog or cat. They're a goddamn nightmare. Watching a child play with a toy and actually raising a child are two completely separate things. Kids are adorable when they're calm and playful, but little demons when they're screaming, snotting, and destroying your shit and keeping you up at night.
Well, then why don't you just raise your kids properly to where they don't fucking do that? Obviously, having a kid sucks if you're a shit parent, but if you instill their behavior of what they should be doing, which, by the way, your kid will do exactly what they're taught to do because there's nothing else for them to learn to do anything else. So as long as you're not allowing any bad shit to go into your child's mind, it'll be a lot easier if you're just taking care of them and instilling the proper values that they should have. They can't just, it's like, for example, like being a transgender child. None of your kids are going to talk to you about being transgender until some weird, creepy, perverted old fuck puts that in their mind. A kid can only know what they're taught. Yeah, the allegory of the cave by Plato. And so essentially, there's these three guys, they're in a cave, they're hung, and they think the entire world is shadows because there's a light behind them and the only thing they can see are like these shadow people on the wall. And essentially what that is you can only know what you're taught. Right? So if you're worried about your kids being fucking absolutely awful, disruptive, disgusting human beings, well, that's because you raise them to be that way. So if you raise your kids properly, then they'll act properly.
Men really think having children is easy and fun. It's not so fun when they're pissing and shit and crying nonstop. Do you have kids? No, and I got my tube side 3 years ago, but thanks for asking. Wow, Diana's so cute. Maybe I want kids one day. Did you know they poop and pee and cry? Why this compulsive need to counter-signal this? Watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds.
The other thing is that we are raised in a generation of lazy fucking pussies. And if anything has any downsides at all, people will just like not want to do it. In my opinion, things that are easy to do aren't worth admiring. Things that are hard to do are, because if they were easy, everybody would do it. But the thing is to find something that is hard to do that is worth the difficulty. And raising a child is definitely one of those.
And thinking that's what it's like raising an actual...
You may not be able and shouldn't shelter your kids, but you must teach them the right way. Absolutely.
Human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent, and you should not base your decision off a video game character. Wait, this community note. OP is an e-girl with an OnlyFans. You stupid gamers don't get it. Doom scrolling...
Unsolicited opinions from online prostitutes. No thanks, man.
TikTok and having multiple failed situationships is true happiness. Children are a burden. Nobody is saying parenting is easy. Nobody said that. All the parts parents say are the best parts. All the parts parents say are worth it. That is what people are seeing and yearning for. They have this like insane compulsion to attack anything that's like remotely pro-family.
Like raising a dog. Obviously, does it suck picking up like piss and shit and then tearing your stuff up? Yes, but guess what? I have a fucking dog. Do you know how many accidents it's had in my house since I got it at 8 weeks old? 4. That's it. Do you know how much of my property it's ever torn up? 1 thing. That's it. In a year. You want to know why? Because I trained it properly. And if you train your kids, and if you train your dogs, and if you train your pets, and if you train something properly, they will act properly. So just do your job properly, and then the majority of the downsides will go away or will be severely reduced. Guys, I'm not even pregnant. My fiance is not even pregnant. I research how to be a good father and how to raise kids every single day because I want to be properly prepared. And I already know all the tricks, how to properly cradle them, what they should be doing in every single month. I even wrote out a list on where they should be and what I should be raising them to do already. But the problem is people go in, they have babies on accident, and then they don't even want the kid, so it's just there. They ship it off to a nanny or some shit-ass public school. It gets all these horrible values instilled in them, and then parents end up hating the kids that they have. But if you actually put in time to the things that you love, the things that you should nurture, you'll have a great kid.
I guess because it culturally clocks as conservative, so you have to just shun it and mock it, or else you're doing a fascist propaganda or something. This whole thing has just been a litmus test for humanity. On one side, people who long for love and meaning and human connection, desire deeper things, and they're in touch with their humanity. And on the other side, miserable, insane freaks who want to destroy everything pure and wholesome.
Yep.
And then on the sidelines, normal people who just think this is a fun game. Yeah,
True.
That's probably most people. I think we're a little too online sometimes. So we have established that the broveries have been activated by this game. But is the male biological clock real?
It is.
Unlike women who are born with a specific number of eggs, men create sperm all their life. Right now, as we speak, your balls are creating sperm. Men can technically get someone pregnant.
I can feel it happening right now. I can feel the cum gathering.
All their life. And by someone, I mean a woman, not a femboy. You can't get a femboy pregnant. Stop trying. Sperm quality tends to decline over time. Lower sperm count and more DNA damage to the sperm.
I have 3 kids. You're about 70% right. The 30% you'll figure out later. Parenthood is awesome. Absolutely. But like, I think I'm very dead on about this. And well, once again, I'm not a parent. All I do is research, and I've helped my brother raise his kids before. And they're very good kids. But what I'm saying is, the only place a child can learn its bad behaviors is from the media or the people you let it interact with, or the content you let it consume. So if you just manage what your child is consuming and control the environments of which they're going into, your kid will be better off, right? Because they can only know what they're taught. Your kid can't say fuck, shit, or piss unless they hear someone else saying it. The problem is there's a lot of uncontrolled environments that your kids will find themselves in to where bad behaviors are picked up. And then when that happens, it's up to you to correct them and instill the respect that they have in you to believe that what you're saying is right. That is what I have learned, right? That is what I am to believe. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like that's pretty much very cut and dry, right? You know, not everybody can afford to homeschool their kid. Not everybody can afford a good school for their kid. You know, and sometimes a random episode of Teen Titans comes on, they say some crazy ass shit, or maybe they watch Family Guy, right? But like, as long as your kid respects you and they understand that what you say is for the best, that I'm sure the 30% of which I'm not understanding is a lot easier to mitigate as long as you have those values instilled in your child. The issues are that they can be accidentally exposed to it and stuff like that. Exactly. And then it's up to you as a parent to correct them and put them back on the right path whenever they start to stray. And I think that's a lot of the beginning part is instilling the best morals and values in your child as possible. And then the later part is whenever all of the bad shit starts coming their way, to get them back on that path and what you know is what's best for them, is in my opinion. And every now and then mistakes are going to happen. Right? Bad habits are going to happen, but it's up to you to try to help them get back on that right path, if that makes sense.
Occurs. These changes usually start after 35 to 40 years old. So as men age, the risk of passing on genetic mutations increases. Similar to maternal age, higher paternal age has been associated with...
I think calling yourself Miss Head is probably a misplay. You should probably call yourself Miss Shoe. This will give people the wrong idea.
Autism, schizophrenia, so basically being a Shoe0nHead fan, and other rare genetic disorders, as well as the chance of miscarriage rates being higher. So when red pill manosphere people tell you like, oh, you have all the time in the world to have children, bro, focus on yourself, queen, get that bag, like, technically they're correct. Physically, you do have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean you should wait. Having kids is more than the ability to...
I really don't want to be old and decrepit by the time that my kids can go out and do fun shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to run out of energy to be able to, you know, be there for my kids and not grumble and moan whenever they want to go do something fun, you know? I want to have lots of energy and lots of life left. That's why I want to bang out 3 kids, like, with my wife. You know what I mean? Like, me and her bang it out, get 3 kids, and have a family as quickly as possible. It's 1, 2, 3, done. Now, ideally, we just have triplets. Ideally. Ideally, 3 triplets would be insane.
Reproduce. You want energy to chase a toddler around. You want your kids to have their father in their life for a long time. You want to see your kid graduate and maybe have children of their own. You want to give your parents grandchildren. You don't want to be a super old dad or mom. But if that's how it happens, and that's great. Life is not a Hallmark movie, but it should not be the ideal for men and women. Like, if you are in a stable relationship, get married and have kids as soon as possible. Honestly, it's the stable relationship part I think people are having the most trouble with. It's easy to be like, find a wife and get married and have kids, bro. And it's like, find a wife? From where? The wife store? Listen, I believe you will have that.
You find your wife at the gym or bot lane in League of Legends.
One day and on. I believe you will have that wife and daughter or son. You will have a little Diana of your own one day. You will hang those drawings on your fridge. Don't blackpill,
Yes,
don't doom. We're all gonna make it. Same to you ladies watching. If I can make it, you can make it. So what did you guys think of this? Have you played Pragmata? Did you like it? Did it make you feel those fatherly or?
It's fucking amazing. And I look forward to brutally killing that one character that made me very angry with the black and red dagger scene.
Or motherly instincts? Is your biological clock ticking? Do you have baby fever? If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. All Patreons get the raw, uncensored version of the video a day before it comes out, and I'm going to start doing live streams for Patreon members only, so that should be fun. And I will see you guys soon with a new video.
Absolutely fucking amazing video from Shoe0nHead, as always. And the best thing is, we have Hassan's reaction to it right here, baby. I bet it's so normal.
Bro, you were on the last Shoe0nHead video. I will literally shoot myself with a gun if you bring that shit up in here, okay? Why? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to go out, purchase a shotgun, shoot myself in the face, not die in the process, but at least lose significant chunks of my fucking brain?
Guys, link him that video. Link him that video.
So I can operate at the same substandard, suboptimal IQ level that Shoe0nHead and her dumb fuck audience operates in, so I can do a regular response to that?
A absolutely noble response from a very sane individual who's obviously not just bitter as shit that he will never have children. The Shoe0nHead situation is insane.